Here's a Norway Spruce, Picea abies, and this one is one that I've shown in the past. Seems to be having trouble with Rhizosphaera needle cast. If you look on the inside here, notice the inside branches, the needles are turning yellow, falling off. That's typical of a Rhizosphaera or maybe Stigmina needle cast. It moves from the inside out, and you can really tell the color contrast between the dark green, it's not really dark green, and the yellow in the back. It moves from bottom to top. Now, in the past, I've cut off some lower branches that were most affected, and the downside of that is that it really allows the grass to grow up underneath the tree, and that adds even more moisture. It keeps it moist around the needles. You may be wondering, why don't you put down mulch? Well, if I put down mulch, then I run the risk of running into the Phytophthora root rot or the other root rots that can affect these trees because of the clay soil in Tennessee, and it's generally more moist and not as well drained as you would get in, say, a northern environment or a mountainside environment. So it's kind of a catch-22. You can't really thickly mulch without causing a root rot situation. And once you get the needle cast and try to trim the lower branches, you get a lot of grass growth, which is hard to maintain. And it all adds up to a situation where once a tree starts to go downhill, there's not much you can do. So this one overall is starting to look a little less green than it should. Here's one next to it that's a darker green. I don't know if you can tell the contrast between those two, but the one in the foreground here is a lighter shade of green, and what I've seen in the past with the Norway spruces, once they start to turn yellow, it just takes a matter of years for that to run its course. So what I'll probably do is take this one out because I have plenty of other Norway spruces that are doing well in other spots. And something about this location, maybe too much sun, too much heat, was not suitable for the Norway spruce. So I'm going to replace it with a different species, maybe a pine.